earthquake last night. I had to take a cold shower, and there was a cockroach crawled up my arm. So I was like, ah! So that was probably the biggest challenge, just getting over some of those luxuries that I've enjoyed in the Estados Unidos.
I think it'll be traveling. I'm not my sense of direction. I'm a real California girl. Being out here and like they don't have numbers, they just have like, turn in this direction, so that'll be my biggest challenge.
I think about halfway through I'll get pretty homesick or something, and I'll just really long for home and something different, not waking up early and working, and that'll just kind of bring me down. But I think being with everyone and going on fun excursions and going out at night will counter that really nicely.
I'm really scared about speaking Spanish, especially at my internship.
Probably the internship, because it's all Nicaraguan immigrants and they probably don't speak much English.
I worked half my time at a healthcare clinic and half of my time at a daycare. At my internship, almost everyone was Nicaraguan immigrant, and most of them had never been to a dentist before. So we solved, in the U.S. it's cavities. Here, the most serious dental problems are here too. This corroded all the way down so that there's a hole in your gum and it's completely black because it's just one huge cavity that's just eating away your entire tooth, and they don't come into the clinic until they're in so much pain that they actually have to skip work and go and take the chance of being fired.
I'm interning at Clínica de Tibais. I'm basically just observing a physician in the emergency room. I'm just seeing different patients, different emergency situations.
So you're only observing? Are you helping at all, or just observing?
Not right now, or not today anyways, but I get to ask questions to the physician.
My favorite part of the program was working in the health clinic in Costa Rica. I just had a really profound experience, especially in the emergency room, just getting to see patients and how the doctors and nurses interact with them. But it was really frustrating also to try to be able to listen and understand the language.
I'm working with kids, like a community home. I'll probably do soccer with the girls.
So I get my own class with my own personal
Para mañana?
advising time / I get to pick whatever I want to do. So yeah, it's really fun. I get to improve my skills.
What was your Spanish class like?
Well, it was nice because it was really small, 3 people. We're in a tiny little room with one teacher, so it's just a lot of conversation, which is kind of what you need to learn Spanish and what you don't really get in normal classes at university. So it's just a lot of talking.
Time living with my host family. I thought it was a perfect match. I come from a loud social family too. It was really fun to be around them, and they were talkative and loud, and it reminded me of home a little bit, but then they also respected my desire to have alone time too.
My family in particular was very social, and I enjoyed that, so I really liked it.
Women are gonna have chronic back problems because of you could see the motions that they were doing over and over again.
It's a very gastante. It's something it's a job that really robs you of your youth and your strength. And I don't
in speaking Spanish, I would now say I'm intermediate advanced, and pretty much everyone can understand what I'm saying and can have full conversations with any Costa Rican here.
Being pretty proficient reading and writing, but as far as listening and speaking Spanish, I hadn't had a lot of practice. So by the end of the trip, I was able to feel more, like words would come more easily to me, and I was able to communicate.
It's not very strong, but it tastes more so like mint. It's kind of like mint water.
Are you nervous about taking the bus by yourself?
Yeah, I got some lectures on dressing appropriately and pushing off men. There's some crime in the area. Zoe, can we hear an estimate of how many whole bananas you think you ate this weekend?
I think I probably ate a dozen bananas.
My biggest challenge was probably my Spanish skills.
The hardest thing for me in that program and on the whole trip was communicating with these young kids in Spanish. Their Spanish was irregular, it wasn't grammatically correct. They saying funny things because they're kids, and I've never felt so self-conscious and uncomfortable in my life.
My favorite part of the program was in Nicaragua, and just being able to compare the differences between Costa Rica and Nicaragua, the healthcare system, and just the culture in general, so I really enjoyed that.
My favorite thing about this program was traveling around Costa Rica and seeing all the natural beauties that it has to offer. I would also say using my Spanish conversationally was really awesome and really rewarding.
Él ha comido hamburguesas, ella muros con cristianos, él el champán con sus fresas, ella un mojito